Now, my next and final guest is Chris Robinson from Boost Marketing. And thanks very much for joining us, Chris. Could you just explain what you do and what Boost Marketing is all about?
Okay, we're a very niche marketing agency. Essentially, all we do day in, day out is we help people enter awards. And that can involve helping them with the written submissions and helping them with the presentations. And typically that also involves helping them find the evidence of success as well as present it.
Were you surprised to learn that there was actually quite a significant demand for your services?
It was a big surprise. It was a big risk I took.
Yeah.
But what happened is I used to work for various consultancies as head of marketing, and after winning a lot of awards, I found that they kept hiring me out. And what was surprising is I noticed an appetite there, and I thought, you never know, there might be a business. And when I found that no one offered it, I thought, yeah, let's be brave.
Yes, absolutely.
One entrepreneurial day, I went for it.
So you spotted an opportunity,
yes,
which is fantastic. You've seen, presumably in your time, quite a lot of different types of awards, and you've been involved in different types of awards and helping companies to enter them. What role do you think awards have in building confidence in a business and also the confidence of a business?
Oh, an enormous role.
Have you got any examples you can give us there?
Yes, I can. The role I've seen of awards within confidence has grown as I've been involved in awards. I mean, as a business, we've now written probably over 300 submissions, about 100, and I think 104 have won awards now. And every time someone wins awards, I wait for the text message in the night saying, "We won!" And then you start seeing the benefits. And the benefits, I mean, David covered them very eloquently. He was talking about the benefits in terms of the staff confidence and even things like investor confidence. But the role I see in awards in terms of confidence goes beyond winning. I think a lot of people think that you only really reap the confidence benefits when you win an award. But in my view, if you're considering entering the awards, it's important to bear in mind that the simple act of entering an award has a confidence impact. Because, and David touched on this when he was shortlisted, if you make it clear to your stakeholders, your budget holders and your investors and your team that we're striving to be the best here. You know, we're not happy just doing the same old day in, day out. It's tough times. We're going to beat the marketplace, and our objective is to be externally recognised as the best. That in itself has a positive message. And then what people find is that simply entering the awards, they put their business under a microscope, which helps them learn.
Yes.
And when we work with businesses, one of the key things we try and get them to do is to benchmark themselves. And often people don't. So we compare their growth with their peers. We look at their innovation compared to their peers. And it's enlightening. They maybe run something like the Net Promoter Score to see how their customer advocacy compares to their stakeholder, their peer companies. So the simple act is in itself inspiring. And then when you're shortlisted like David, I'm delighted that you've got a shortlisted person as opposed to just winners here today.
Yeah.
It's great to hear that he has used it as a strategic asset.
Yeah.
And whether you win or are shortlisted, you get that great logo.
Yes.
And when I see people use that, they will put it on their stationery, on their websites, and then they start seeing payback. And it's not just PR. It's the payback comes. For instance, my favourite type of payback is the commercial one. And to quantify one of the questions you put to David about, does it have an impact on sales? I've done some surveys, and about 82% of business buyers are influenced by awards.
Right.
It's not as influential as a good customer service or as clear marketing, but it's a profound impact. It's almost as important as a clear brand, a recognised brand. And for consumers, it's about 70%.
Okay. This is a topic that we can probably explore in a few moments when we have our panel discussion, but I think people will be fascinated if you could just give us 3 things that you think companies can do to increase their chances of winning that all-important gong.
Okay. Well, there's a whole litany of things, but I will focus in on 3. So the first one, and the one that, if you read judging guidelines for numerous awards, the one word that keeps popping up is evidence.
Right. Okay.
You can shout, we're the best, till you're blue in the face. And the thing that you need to do in each time you say, we've done something great, our customers love us, our staff are inspired and happy and engaged, is support it. Maybe you overcame a huge challenge.
It's important to collect that evidence, isn't it, as you go along? Because I think people often think, right, let's enter this competition, and then they scrabble around for the evidence. And it's important, I guess, to build it into your business strategy that you're going to enter awards.
Absolutely.
You do it as you go along.
Absolutely, and one causes the other. I've known a few big businesses and big councils. I mean, for instance, there's a major insurance company where the CEO said to all heads of department, one of your KPIs is you win an award this year. So they start looking at what they need to do to win an award. And what the judges ask for, the National Business Awards are organised by an excellent company, UBM. Your judges are highly credible. They know what they're talking about. They know what they're asking. If you ask yourself the questions that the judges are asking you, that's got to be a good exercise. And it's very revealing, and people typically, it turns into continuous improvement.
Okay.
So that's, I mean...
Any others?
Okay, so evidence is key, and building it in, as you say, into your business processes. The next one is the written submission is essentially a CV to get you a job interview.
Okay.
That's a good analogy. Some awards is entirely based on the written submission, but in this instance, you've got to get a certain score, typically 70-80%, and that will get you your interview.
So written submission, and a third?
Well, the key thing is focus on both. Most people spend all their time on the written submission, but then do a last-minute prep on the presentation and flunk that.
Okay.
My advice there, do both.
Okay.
And finally is don't be put off if you don't win first time.
Ah, yes. Try again.
Well, hopefully just try and then you win. So try and then you win. But the exciting thing about the National Business Awards and why they're a great program, and as an external, I'm independent on this, but very few awards give the level of feedback that you get from the National Business Awards. You will be benchmarked against a whole host of different factors: your innovation, your social responsibility, your leadership, your results, and it will be a benchmark based on a number of judges' feedback. And that is extremely important. Some people just look at it and go, I disagree. But my advice would be, take that feedback, learn from it. It's detailed, apply it, and then try for other awards. And then by the time you get round to next year's National Business Awards, set yourself a target. We got 65 this year. We were only a little bit off the benchmark. Next year we're getting 75.
Okay. Chris, thanks very much for that. It's very interesting, very helpful. I think we've learnt a great deal listening to you.